gratitude to the college, a realization that over the years, when we were all young, that we all had our own stories. We all came from different backgrounds, different homes. And Igbobi channeled us. And only in retrospect do you recognize what those individuals went through and how they were ironed into shape by that college. And while I was even contemplating doing something here, there is a chapter, a paragraph, in which I'm describing a girl. But I put her through.
Sitting next to you.
I put her through a school. I gave her a rather hard childhood, and then I put her through a school which was the equivalent of Igbobi. And as I was writing only 10 lines or so about her experiences through the school, I almost got overwhelmed by the expression of how the school had changed her attitude to life. In other words, it had brought her from despair to somebody who had, in other words, there was a phrase in which a mistake is an example to learn from, not something that condemns you as useless. In other words, so it was an environment in which argument was allowed, you respected your seniors, but in the right context you could also disagree with them in debate, and so on. So I owe a lot to the school. And when we went back in February for the Founders' Day, what crystallized it for me was seeing the boys who were at the school now, and seeing some of them were in white, that was white, some of them were in white, that was nearly brown. and because you don't live there, you forget all the body language. And so they're walking past you, they're doing a little, thank you, sir. So, and you're thinking, these boys do not know what we know. They haven't been through what we've been through. We have the experience. And you fear for them. You fear for them because of the way the educational system is arranged in Nigeria, but you also fear for them because of the way the country itself is organized. And you're thinking, how can I have an image of one or two of those boys that I've never met before in my mind? And I'm thinking, how can we improve the chances of those children, given that somebody did that for us? So I entered this with enthusiasm, but also with trepidation. But there is nothing that is worth doing that shouldn't have both elements to it. In other words, you shouldn't go into something knowing that you're going to succeed. If I knew I was going to succeed, there would be no point in doing this. And so when I spoke to Dr. Awe before, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, about the prospect of taking this on, and he said, that you'll do this and do that, and my wife would say, you sure? I don't know, but there's no point in living a life and then looking back to say that you could have done a little bit more. So that is why I've taken it. It's a great honor to serve the school. When we were at school and people used to come, doctors, professors, and so on, used to come to talk to us, I used to think, these people are so great. And I wonder whether we'd ever be in a position to be standing in front of students to tell them what we have done. So it's an honor to be put in this position. And I hope that we'll be able to do an iota of what the last executive has done. One advantage I have is having Dr. Kubadejo with me, as well as a bulk of the executive that has been so successful. And I hope that they will stay and support me. I have no expertise to bring to this. They are more experienced at this than I am. All I bring is a willingness to learn and to bring as many people as went to Igbobi to involve them in this organization. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Sorry. Those of you that don't know him very well, we knew him very well.
Tell us more.
I won't tell you much. I'll just tell you that he was our senior by 1 year, but he was smaller than us. call him Dr. Odemuyiwa. His real name, as we know him, as we knew him in those days, and still now, is Yaro. Just call him Yaro. Thank you.
Not Dogon Yaro.
Any other business? Have we done any other business? We won't do any other business during food. In other words, while you're eating, if somebody really feels the spirit moves them, they can step back from their dish and regale us with their expertise. So I think that we should eat. Yeah.